Today, Raiders Nation, we're diving deep into the off-season grind and uncovering the 10 most intriguing free agents that could elevate the Las Vegas Raiders roster before training camp kicks into high gear with over $36 million in cap space still available. This franchise has room to maneuver, so let's explore who could make a real impact right now. Some folks might be rolling their eyes wondering if the Raiders will even add anyone at this late stage. But I'm convinced they should, and I'm here to give you 10 names worth paying attention to. Ranked from 10 down to 1, it's a mix of fit, caps, connections with the current coaching staff, and pure upside if even one of these guys lands. In silver and black, trust me, we'll celebrate it like it's Christmas. So let's fire up this list. Starting at number 10, we have Jonathan Bullard, a defensive tackle who's quietly done solid work with the Vikings over the past 2 seasons. 3rd of 4 games, 31 starts, and a sturdy build. But what puts him on this list isn't just performance, it's Pete Carroll's familiarity. He was under Carroll in Seattle back in 2020. If you want an experienced, low-cost, locker room-friendly depth piece on the interior line, Bullard fits the mold perfectly. Rolling into number 9, the spotlight turns to Jordan Whitehead. At 28, with over 100 starts and that Super Bowl pedigree under Tom Brady and the Bucs staff, Whitehead offers secondary versatility. He can roam free, slide into the box, fill in the slot. And given how much pressure this team is putting on those safeties right now, he's an ideal candidate to shore up the back end without draining the wallet. At 8, we pivot to offense and wide out Keenan Allen. Why? Depth, experience, and trust. If problems arise at guard, say something unexpected with one of the rookie W'ers, like Dante Thornton Jr., Trey Tucker, or Jack Bash, Allen's familiarity with W'er coach Chris Bevel through the Chargers and Bears connection makes him a no-brainer fill-in. He's reliable, productive, polished, and even though Vegas fans see him as a Charger alum, he's exactly the veteran boost Geno Smith could lean on in a pinch. 7 brings us back to the secondary with Rasul Douglas, a tall, physical cornerback with that Pro Bowl known from Green Bay chip on his shoulder. At 29 or 30 years old, he's looking to remind the league of his caliber. And that rebuilding mindset fits with what Pete Carroll has done with players like Eric Stokes. Bringing in an outside corner with experience gives this young corner room to breathe, and Douglas walks into camp with something to prove. 6, Stephon Gilmore. Let's not sugarcoat it, age is a factor. But with 48 straight games started the last 3 seasons and 180 career games, his resume speaks loudly, whether man coverage or playing off. Gilmore's a veteran presence who's still got an elite mentality. His ties to Brady-era New England may not mean much on paper, but his football IQ and proven track record at the highest level make him a luxury asset at corner, or even a hybrid safety roll down the line. Now, shift to number 5, defensive safety Andre Diggs. Not as flashy maybe, but he's cost-effective, 32, and familiar with the Pete Carroll tree. He registered a solid PFF score last season in both run support and coverage. He fits the 3-safety scheme comfortably alongside players like Jeremy Chin. And since the Raiders might employ a Byron Maxwell-type board of safeties, Diggs brings dependability without breaking the bank. For his nickel corner Mike Hilton, he's a little undersized physically, but what he lacks in stature, he makes up for in grit. 5'9", 85 pounds, tough as they come. Over the past 4 seasons, PFF rated him 70+, and he's logged major snaps alongside current Raiders linebackers Jermaine Pratt. You want a fierce slot defender who can lay the smackdown on 3rd downs and be a tone setter in the secondary. Hilton ticks those boxes. 3 takes us to a disruptive force, Jadeveon Clowney. This is the quintessential hybrid defender, end, tackle, even edge linebacker on 3rd down. 32 sacks in the last 2 seasons, and serious PFF grades make him more than just a name. He's a game changer. With questions swirling around Christian Wilkins' health, Clowney offers versatility and dominance on the D-line. He lines up everywhere, he brings heat, and he fits the chip on the shoulder. Last chance mindset that thrives under this staff. Before we hit the top 2, here's a quick nod to honorable mentions. Kaiser and White linebackers, Shaquille Griffin, or Asante Samuel Jr. corner, Quinton Jefferson and Austin Johnson interior D-line, all familiar with Carroll or Graham, and worth a look depending on how that Wilkins uncertainty shakes out. At number 2, we land on Julian Blackmon. 27 years old with 60 to starts in 5 seasons and marked improvement year over year. That's the dream profile of a coachable DB you build around. 7 picks in 2 years. Consistent tackling, solid coverage grades Blackman's. Exactly the kind of next phase safety to lock in long term. If I were the Raiders, I'd extend him for 3 years and let him grow as a foundational piece next to arms like Butler and Crosby. Finally, the #1 free agent recommendation for Las Vegas, Justin Simmons. Yes, he's 31, but he's the prototype center fielder safety, a true center fielder with intelligence, instincts, ball skills, and deep AFC West experience covering guys they've faced millions of times. He's reliable. He's steady. He's exactly the middle-of-the-field presence this defense needs right now. With Brian Zanders and Joe Woods in the building, and the possible loss of Wilkins pressing urgency, Simmons brings clarity and competence to a spot that absolutely needs it now. So there you have the top 10 free agent targets for the Raiders. As training camp looms, a mix of safety depth, corner experience, interior strength, and situational offense. If even one of these guys shows up at Henderson, make sure your notifications are on. I'll be live reacting, and we'll be breaking it all down. Raiders Nation, the pieces are out there. Let's see who gets snapped up next. As we head closer to training camp, the sense of urgency grows. This isn't about just plugging holes anymore, it's about defining identity. The Raiders don't just need bodies, they need tone setters, difference makers, and guys who understand the gravity of what it means to wear silver and black. Every year, there's that moment in late June or early July where a franchise can pivot either toward something great or another season of mediocrity. And with Pete Carroll steering the ship alongside a front office that's clearly aggressive but measured, that moment is now. Let's not pretend the holes aren't obvious. The secondary needs help big time, whether it's depth at safety or a commanding presence in the nickel. The pieces right now are fragile. Jeremy Chin is being moved around like a chess piece, which is great in theory, but in practice, it means they're still trying to figure out where everyone fits. And when you've got a young, unproven core players like Isaiah Polamau, Lonnie Johnson Jr., and Thomas Harper, it screams for someone with poise and field vision like Simmons or Diggs to stabilize things back there on the front line. The potential absence of Christian Wilkins isn't just a setback, it's a reshaping of the entire defense. He was supposed to be the anchor. If he's not there, then guys like Clowney become that much more appealing, not just for pressure, but for that leadership presence, someone who's been through the wars, someone who can command a double team and open things up for Max Crosby to feast. The idea of running a rotation with Clowney, Crosby, and Tyree Wilson brings nightmares to opposing quarterbacks. And let's talk offense real quick. Adding Keenan Allen may feel like a luxury, but this team can't afford to play it safe. If they believe in Geno Smith, and all signs point to that, then giving him every possible weapon is a no-brainer. Yes, they're high on their rookies, and yes, Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer should make waves in the passing game. But you don't wait for something to break before finding the fix. You build for depth, you plan for fatigue, and you prepare for injuries before they happen. That's what championship-caliber teams do. They don't sit on cap space. They invest it wisely and they stay aggressive, especially when the windows are short and the margins are thin. Pete Carroll didn't come to Vegas to rebuild slowly. This isn't about year 3. This is about now. He knows the kind of effort and hunger it takes to push a team deep into the postseason. And the players still out there, guys like Julian Blackmon, Justin Simmons, Clowney, they've got the mindset and history to buy into that. The most interesting part of this whole process is that none of these signings would have to break the bank. Simmons is probably the priciest, but even then, we're talking about value compared to production. You bring him in for 1 year, maybe 2, and you're getting a leader in the film room, a captain on the field, and a safety blanket in the back end of the defense. That's a win. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders, and don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning twist that has left NFL insiders buzzing, rumors are swirling that superstar linebacker T.J. Watt may have closed the door on his time with the Pittsburgh Steelers and inked a massive deal with the Las Vegas Raiders. While nothing has been confirmed officially, whispers across league circles suggest that the move is not just speculation, but could be a game-changing reality. Sources close to the situation claim Watt has been in advanced talks with the Raiders organization, with some going as far as to say that a mega contract has already been signed behind closed doors. If true, this would mark the end of an era in Pittsburgh, where Watt has been a cornerstone of the Steelers' defense since being drafted in 2017. His relentless pass rush, leadership, and ability to change the game on a dime made him a fan favorite and one of the most feared defenders in the league. The Raiders, long in search of a dominant presence on defense, could be making a major statement with this potential acquisition. Pairing Watt with Max Crosby would instantly give Las Vegas one of the most formidable edge rushing duos in the NFL. The idea of Watt donning the silver and black is already stirring excitement and concern among fans and rivals alike. Some insiders speculate that tensions behind the scenes in Pittsburgh may have played a role in Watt's decision to move on. Others believe the Raiders simply made an offer too lucrative to turn down, signaling a new era for the defensive powerhouse. While the terms of the alleged deal remain under wraps, words like record-breaking and franchise-defining have been tossed around by those in the know. Still, until official confirmation arrives from either team, this remains a tantalizing possibility, but one that's gaining traction by the hour. Could T.J. Watt really be suiting up for the Raiders next season? In the unpredictable world of the NFL, nothing is off the table. Stay tuned. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.